What's up, good people? I go by the name of DJ Tone, and this is the unboxing of the Headliner Malibu DJ booth. So, I will tell you that there are some things about the booth that, hey, it was the reason why I purchased it. It was the reason why, everybody's looking for DJ furniture, and I think this knocks off a couple of the boxes that, if you're unsure, I can hopefully tell you and show you, hey, this is a good purchase. It's not. We all know that there's the Bun Command booth out there, super expensive, super portable, lightweight, looks good. But I think Headliner knocks out a couple of things and checks the boxes for, your average DJ that's not making 6, 7, figures a year DJing. But they still want to look good. They still want to represent the brides and grooms, and still have, something that's movable and shakeable. When it comes to this one, I will tell you that the Malibu booth actually knocks off a lot of the boxes that I was kind of looking for. Price point still looks good, lightweight. So, like, really, if you're thinking about it, it's okay. Go after it. Once I show you a couple of things that, pros and cons, I think you'll understand, what might be a hesitation for you. So, number one thing that stands out the most and also is a little caution of worry is the bags. We all know, when you purchase something, you got to protect it. The ingenuity they put into this bag, perfect. I think it's the best thing going to be able to just do that and literally take it off and ride. I will say that also is the area where, hey, of concern, because we are DJs, we are moving and shaking. At the end of the night, that's when it comes down to what are we doing. The functionality of the bag, 100%, yes. I think that's a plus with that 3-strap, put it on and ride. But it's also padded right, but when it comes to some of the quality of it, that's the only thing I'm kind of worried about. But the bags aren't expensive, only $150. I think that's a easy way to go. Even when you have the column part of the bag, they did it justice. It's padded right. You literally slip the cover down over it, tilt it, and you're out of there. Only thing I wish they would have done is put feet here on the bag, because if your handles are up here and you lay it down like this way, it doesn't move or shake like the rest of them do. But small things, but we'll learn over time and see if it really goes the way it does. When it comes to size, just right. I'm gonna continue to say lightweightness because we are getting older, but this is the right weight to be moving and shaking. I have a Rain 4, I have a SX3 turntables, I got a Rain 1. So space-wise, I got a sound switch on here, and then of course my deck saver. Shout out to them. So I'm debating if I'm going to leave it in the booth, make sure it's tied down some way, so that way when it's time to move and shake, I ain't got to worry about it. But that's still up for debate. Only time will tell on that one. So, small quality things. When it came in, it was boxed well. There was foam. There was thick corrugated cardboard in there. When I took it out, I had a couple of small little scratches here and then one on the front. But I'm going to make my booth, so I'm looking to do something a little different as well. But that also ties into maintenance. How easy will it be maintenance on the road? Will you have all these nicks and dings? Because we all know load in, we take care of it, but when we load out, we're just trying to get out of there. But probably I'll take it slower because it will take less time to load out. So if you think that way, you'll probably take care of it a little bit more easier. But we all know you tired at the end of the night. You don't care about nothing else but getting out there, getting to your car. So keep that in mind. When it comes to laptop stands, this is the one it comes with. You can place it wherever you want. One thing I did run into, this needs to be shaved off a little bit because this one doesn't go in. But that's just small things as DJs. We just look at those things because we know that's our functionality. It does have the little screws in there as well, so you can tighten it down. I was looking for another laptop stand. I ended up modifying this one, so it's going to be closer to my liking on how I DJ. And you know, you just always make your booth your booth. So to me, this makes more sense for how I like to scratch and move things versus the one that it came with. So I have some options there. So always think of how you're going to work, how you're going to be comfortable when you are utilizing things that you purchase as well. Overall, man, I think it looks good. I went black because I was afraid of how the white would come, and knowing how things are shipped, um, that's the only reason I went black. If this works out for me, I might think about getting the white one down the line. I have other furniture. I have custom built rolling thing that I built, so moves and shakes just as well. Classic table. I also have, you know, some other things that I utilize out in the field when I'm DJing as well. So I got options, but this one was one of those purchases that was the right price point. It made sense for what I do as far as for DJing in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And, you know, it just comes down to, is it going to be economical? Am I going to make my money return back on it really quickly? You know, there's the Bun booth out there. Love the look of it. But it's just too expensive for what I'm going to utilize it for. Shout out to James King and Danny B down in Houston. They put theirs and made it mobile. I'm thinking about that as well, so I can not just be in one area. I have the capabilities of doing that already. So, you know, that's one of the reasons why I went this direction too. So if you're thinking about the Headliner Malibu DJ booth, go for it. I know one of the questions that everybody was asking is how heavy is it? But I can tell you right now, man, this thing doesn't weigh nowhere close to a K12. It doesn't weigh anywhere close to a RCF J8. It's super light. Just think about when you're going to rack up the middle, you know, what you're putting in there. But besides that, the top part, you're Gucci on. The middle section, it just depends on what you're putting in there. And that determines your weight ratio to, you know, to load in, load out. But besides that, go for it. Keep it 100.